I got a request to do Morrowind. I got a request to do Halo, which I don't think I'm going to do. Call of Duty. I'm going to do Call of Duty. And someone said Sonic 2006, so I will do Sonic 2006. So today we're going to talk about Morrowind and why I love it so much. I do believe that Morrowind came out in 2001. I, however, didn't play it until 2002 on Xbox, and then 2003 is Game of the Year edition, which obviously is my favorite because I like the Tribunal, I like Mournhold. Mournhold's one of my favorite areas in the game, some of the best missions. But it's not about the game itself that made me fall in love with this game. I can tell you that there's a lot of marijuana involved. A lot of pot was involved in my love for Morrowind. Back in 2002, I was a fucking pothead. Big time. Pretty much 2002, 2003, 2004. I was an extremely large pothead. And I loved just smoking up after school, diving into some games with my friends. And what happened is I started really getting into fighting games. In playing fighting games, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, namely. And Last Blade for Dreamcast. So what happened was, I just completely ignored single-player library, like, boom, except for Silent Hill 2. I completely ignored single-player library, everything. So it came to times where I'd be at home and I'd be playing fighting games, and I'd be like, you know what, I don't want to play this shit by myself anymore. I need to get a game. And my friend Sean suggested Morrowind. Now, I had played Daggerfall on PC, and I wasn't hugely into it, but I played it before, so I was aware of what kind of game it was, and I was kind of like, meh. You know, it might be kind of boring. Keep in mind when I played Daggerfall, I was a pothead. So, I pick up Morrowind, just a standard edition of Morrowind, and I would love to get to the area. Dude, not gonna happen. What am I, in Ghost Gate right now? No! Dude, where the hell am I? I fucked up, guys. I did a mark recall before I did this video. Alright, so, I'll just have to describe it to you, I guess. So you start the game up, you know, you're a prisoner, you get off the boat, and they make you go through all this stuff, and obviously at first, when you're building your character, I had them ask me the questions, I answered them, and you can base your character off of your type of personality and stuff that you are. And I thought that was really cool. After playing for the first few hours, I went back and I redid all the skills myself completely. But the amount of depth that was in this game, and especially compared to the newer ones, I still feel like Morrowind is a deeper game. I really do. There's just so much, and at the time, it may not look it now, the graphics are insane. Especially on PC, the graphics were insane. You can actually still get mods to make the graphics insane. But the simple fact that I'm playing on, at the time, I was sitting in a computer chair playing on a screen like this big, blaze out of my mind. I'm walking around first person, I'm talking to these characters, and like the interactions were like so real to me at the time. And the part that I'm saying was making the trip from right from the beginning area to Balmora. That was one of the coolest. I think it was Skingrad. No, not Skingrad's fucking Oblivion. Going from the first area to Balmora was like so surreal to me because you changed sceneries like 3 different times, like 3 different types of areas, and then there was things that like really happened in the background, and that was so awesome to me. Like, cause Daggerfall was really empty, so it's just the simple fact that I'm like 5 minutes into walking to Balmora because I didn't want to take the Silt Rider from Sedanin. That's what it was, Sedanin to Balmora. I didn't want to take the Silt Strider, so I walked. And at this time, I was still a good character. I didn't steal anything, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to get to the next area to talk to Cassius so I could get my missions. And then all of a sudden, side missions start. And then you're walking through the woods, and then the dude falls from the sky, and he has the scrolls of Icarian Flight on him. So I equip the scrolls, I use it, I jump, your character jumps in the air, it fortifies your aerobics and agility, basically fortifies your jump for like a second. As soon as you jump in the air, all the fortification's gone, so when you come back down, you're dead. And it was things like that. Like, that is the point I fall in love with the game, because I was like, this game will trap you into dying very quickly. And then I get to Cassius, and I'm in Balmora, and I'm finding out that there's some people there who like me, there's some people there who don't like me. I picked a Dark Elf, or a Dunmer. Nobody likes Dunmers in this game, you know what I mean, except for other ones. So just that fact that I got the hate, and then I finally, I joined Southwall. I decided I'm going to be a bad character. This game made a path for me for the rest of open world RPGs, including Fable, which I just dissed somebody about Fable, that I'm going to be an asshole character. This set the tone for me, because I was like, you know what? I was like, this character doesn't like my NPC. I'm doing Southwall. I'm going to start stealing from people. I'm going to start killing people. And then it happened. I killed Cassius. Okay? I did not read the blurb that popped up. I said, yeah, whatever, because I used to do that to games. I left his building. I'm playing off of all autosaves. I had just done, pretty much all Fighters Guild, all Southwall missions in that area. Then I went to Cassius. Then I killed him. I walked out, autosave, wiped everything. Because when you kill a main person in this game, unlike Bethesda games from this point on, if you try to kill a main character for the main quest, it will say, you knocked him unconscious. In this game, it will say, you have killed someone in the main thread of the story. The main thread cannot be completed. So you may restart from an earlier save, restart a game, or live in the doomed world that you created. So I played this game, not knowing what's going on, can't find my missions. I didn't have the Bible at the time, so I just kept playing this game for 150 hours. No main quest, all side stuff I found everywhere. I loved it. Going out, finding quests, finding my own freeform missions, which is like finding items and shit, going through all the Dwemer ruins, going through all the dungeons and shit, and this game was like so much, it had so much life at the time, and I couldn't take it. And I was baked all the time, so like if a character was talking to me, like Kaji, be like, may you walk on warm sands. I was like, may you walk on warm sands, yo. Oh, man, and I used to love that. I used to love walking up on, what are they? Oh, the Daedras. The Daedras. I fucking love talking to the Daedras, because, like, they'd just be chilling next to a shrine, and then you walk up, and one of them says that they're going to rape your skull. Like, it's, like, so intense to me. Like, whoa, I don't want to beef with this guy. I'm out of here. So, and then, like, that's just the surface. Then you have your armors. Then you got the rare armors that you might pick up in a conversation, and then it's something that you gotta find. Your rare weapons is the same type of deal. You got that Thor hammer type thing that's in Mournhold. When you hit the ground, it wipes everything out, or just aggravates everybody in town. They want to kill you. Then you got your magics, and then you can build your own magics, and that's like a whole facet that took me 2 years. When I got into it back in 2003, I was still in high school. I graduated in 2003, so 2002 to 2003. Game of the Year came out. I bought it. I had some downtime from gaming for a little while. And in 2004, I lived on my own, a bachelor. So I'd go to work, I'd come home. I'd pretty much just because I'm broke at the time. I'd either go out drinking, or I'd stay home, bake out, play some games. So I stayed home, smoked up, played Morrowind pretty much for like fucking years straight. My wife used to come over when we were dating, and I'd sit there and make her watch Morrowind. One time, I had a chick at my house. This was obviously before I was with my wife. I had a chick at my house that I totally wanted to hook up with the whole time, and I didn't remember inviting her over. I got really stoned, played Morrowind, totally forgot she was there. She never talked to me again. But that's okay, because it was fucking Morrowind, and I loved it. I used to call her Sarah Applebottom. Sarah Applebottom. So, man, just Morrowind's just like, it just felt like a whole nother existence that consumed so much of my time. And I would probably go on record and say that Morrowind is it's a real tie with Fallout, I think, with 400 hours. But I may have played this longer, but when you bake, sometimes it feels like it's way longer than it's actually been, so I'm not entirely sure. But I know that I played 150 hours without even touching the main quest. And then when I went back and actually played the main quest, and then I realized that it had an awesome story, and like, you're a god, almost ruined the main story for those of you who haven't played it. You're not a god, that's not what I was going to say, but it's just so many awesome quests in here, and I don't want to ruin the story for you, but I just want to tell you some of them. Like, any of the quests you do for Amalexia, the last quest you do for Amalexia is awesome. Awesome. I loved it. That's why if you ever play Morrowind, you got to get Game of the Year edition. Don't get regular edition. If you're playing it on PC, there's tons of mods out there for you, man. However, don't go too crazy with the mods because you end up ruining the game for yourself. And I know that might not make sense to you, but you might take away too much of what Bethesda made in there, put in there to make it special to the point where it's not the same game, and you might actually get bored with it. I did that with my PC version. I modded the shit out of it, and it just wasn't fun anymore. So I always end up defaulting back to this. Where'd my Xbox controller go? Keep me? Oh. Which, I've just, like, completely destroyed, by the way. Look at this shit. I'm moving so fast, by the way. Look at that. Yeah, goodbye. I just want to kill a person. Oh. Ancestral Tombs. Those are my favorite, too, because you always got some kind of crazy treasure for you to plunder in there. And the music was also nice setting. So, I feel like the music just matched the setting of the game. Okay. Let's see if I got something cool to use. Safety. That must be a mark and recall. I've made my own few ones here. Summon Dremora. What? Fail casting the spell. Why? Oh, hello. That looks like a guy who wants to hurt me. So let's whip out one of my many weapons that I have here. High glass axe. Oh, True Flame. Frost Archer. Good job, buddy. I hear more enemies. I just can't see them. Nothing. I came down here for nothing. There has to be more to this tomb. Oh yes, I also like that the doors were trapped. I just want to kill one more thing. I'm sorry. This is how it happens. See? And then you go through there and you get, you know, crazy items. That was the whole thing to me. Like, you had no reason to go there. No one told you to go there, but all of a sudden you see a tomb and you're like, you know what? There's going to be some awesome shit in there. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fucking find it. And that was what made me fall in love with these types of games in general. I mean, if it wasn't for Morrowind, I probably would have never picked up Fallout, to be honest. Because I gave Fallout a chance because it was a Bethesda game. Fallout 3, I'm saying. And I like the old Fallout game so much that I probably would have been one of those people who just completely hated on it with no actual reason for hating it. When it was first announced, I would have been like, garbage. Doesn't look like the old one, I'm not playing it. So I have Morrowind to thank for really opened me up to, I should say, Western RPGs, because Final Fantasy VIII kind of opened me up to the JRPGs. So, I mean, if it wasn't for Morrowind, there's a lot of games out there that I wouldn't play. I'm trying to look at them right now. There is a lot of games I wouldn't have played. I would have never played Breakdown. I would have never played any of the other Elder Scrolls. I probably would have never played any of the BioWare games. I would have never played Fable, that's for sure. So there are a lot of games that I've played and beaten that I do owe, they owe Morrowind the credit. But if you have never played Morrowind, man, I can't tell you enough to pick it up. I mean, get it on PC if you can, because it's the best looking. You can actually upgrade it to More Oblivion, which I think there's actually another newer one that you can upgrade it to. But do yourself a favor, man, because you're doing an extreme disservice if you've never played Morrowind. I believe that Morrowind has more freedom than Oblivion and Skyrim combined. Not like how much is open and available to you, but just like the simple fact that said you can't even kill a main character in Skyrim or Oblivion. You can in Morrowind. You can do whatever you want. You can shape that world the way that you want. And I love that.
Thank you guys for watching.